I'm Joel Karachi, and this is Kate Dumbleton, and this is the Crescendo Tapes. Kate, it's great to have you here with me.
Yeah, thanks so much for inviting me. I'm really honored to be here.
It isn't quite an honor. So, you are the director of the Hyde Park Jazz Festival.
I am.
You are a former executive director of the Chicago Jazz Ensemble
Mhm.
and the MSJO.
Mhm.
All right, but you've gotten into these serious positions of arts administration, but you're not a musician.
Nope.
You're not an artist.
Mm-mm.
You're not even a doodler.
Mm-mm.
So what like brought you onto this path? Like where did you get particularly interested in arts administrating, and particularly jazz? It seems that's what you're often associated with.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, it was a complete accident. I was working, after college, I worked in New York City in management consulting. And the company transferred me actually to San Francisco when I was 26. And after a couple of years of working in management consulting, I really decided I did not want to do that at all. I was definitely heading for the door from the corporate scene. And I was kind of exploring what I wanted to do instead. So I did a lot of internships, and while I was doing that, I started bartending to pay my rent.
Bartending. We've all been there.
Yeah, right? I mean, I kind of recommend it to almost everyone.
I yeah, it's fun.
Or waiting tables or something, service industry. But anyway, I met a guy in the bar that I was working at who owned a booking agency, and he did primarily rock. But he had a little corner of the business that did jazz. And he was totally overwhelmed by how much work he had. And the jazz, of course, was not really making him a lot of money, but he loved it and he didn't want to give it up. So because I was in exploratory mode, I said to the guy, I'm like, well, I don't know anything about this, but I will, if you teach me, I'll try it. I'll help you. So he kind of showed me the ropes of the 5 little supper clubs and brunch spots that he was booking the jazz in. And I just started doing it. And I just immediately fell in love with it, the musicians, and I met a lot of the musicians through doing that and kind of figuring it out. And so that was kind of my point of entry. And from there, I ended up never going back to corporate America. And what I found that I wanted to do was work in music. Now that I think back on it, I mean, I'm very attracted to improvisation and the idea of constantly being self-aware and thinking through your instincts so that, when something comes to you, you make a decision and it has some trajectory,
Right. Life is an improvisation.
Of course.
Or your career
Yeah.
is improvisation.
So I think if you bring a certain consciousness to it, it doesn't mean you have to have a very mapped out path, but what you have is the presence of mind to make decisions that serve you.